Hi guys, today we're exploring 10 incredible places you absolutely have to visit in Italy. We're talking about a floating city built entirely on canals where roads literally don't exist, a coastline so dramatic it looks AI generated, ancient ruins where gladiators once fought to the death, colorful villages hanging off cliffs above the Mediterranean, and a region filled with rolling hills, vineyards, and sunsets that belong in paintings. Italy isn't just one of the most visited countries on Earth, it's one of the few places that actually exceeds the hype. Let's start it. Number 1, Rome. Rome is the kind of city where every corner feels like you've stepped into history itself. One second you're walking past modern cafes and designer stores, and the next you're staring at the Colosseum, an almost 2,000-year-old arena where gladiators once battled before roaring crowds of over 50,000 people. Then there's the Roman Forum, the Pantheon, and Vatican City, home to St. Peter's Basilica and the Sistine Chapel, where Michelangelo painted one of the greatest ceilings in human history. Toss a coin into the Trevi Fountain and you're supposedly guaranteed to return to Rome someday. But Rome isn't just ancient history. It's buzzing streets, scooters flying past at impossible speeds, late-night pasta dinners, and tiny alleyways that somehow lead to world-famous landmarks. Rome doesn't feel like a museum. It feels alive. Number 2, Venice. Venice is one of the most surreal cities on the planet because it shouldn't even exist, yet somehow it does. Built across more than 100 tiny islands connected by bridges and canals, Venice has no roads at all. No cars. No buses. Just boats, gondolas, and narrow alleyways twisting through the city like a maze. Glide down the Grand Canal past centuries-old palaces, visit St. Mark's Basilica with its golden mosaics, and stand in Piazza San Marco while orchestras play outside historic cafes. The Rialto Bridge at sunset feels straight out of a movie. And then there are the hidden corners, quiet canals with no tourists, laundry hanging between buildings, tiny wine bars serving sacchetti, Venice's version of tapas. Venice is romantic, mysterious, and unlike anywhere else on Earth. Number 3, Florence. Florence is basically the birthplace of the Renaissance, the city that helped drag Europe into the modern world through art, architecture, and genius-level creativity. This is where Michelangelo's David stands in breathtaking detail. Where Brunelleschi built the massive dome of Florence Cathedral that changed architecture forever. And where the Uffizi Gallery holds masterpieces by Leonardo da Vinci, Botticelli, and Raphael. But Florence isn't only for art lovers. Walk across the Ponte Vecchio at golden hour, climb Piazzale Michelangelo for panoramic views over the red rooftops, and eat a perfectly cooked Florentine steak while street musicians echo through the squares below. Florence feels elegant without trying too hard. It's Italy at its most timeless. Number 4, Amalfi Coast. The Amalfi Coast looks almost too beautiful to be real. Massive cliffs plunge into the turquoise Mediterranean while colorful villages cling dramatically to the mountainsides like they were glued there by hand. Drive the insanely scenic coastal road past Positano, Amalfi, and Ravello, towns filled with lemon groves, beach clubs, boutique hotels, and terraces overlooking the sea. Every turn looks like a postcard. In Positano, pastel-colored houses cascade down toward the beach. Ravello sits high above the coastline with dreamy gardens and some of the best views in Italy. And the food here? Fresh seafood, handmade pasta, and lemon desserts made from giant local lemons that barely look real. The Amalfi Coast isn't just beautiful. It's cinematic. Number 5, Milan. Milan is Italy's capital of fashion, business, and modern luxury, a city where historic cathedrals stand beside sleek skyscrapers and designer boutiques. The Duomo di Milano is absolutely mind-blowing, a gigantic Gothic cathedral covered in thousands of statues and spires. Climb to the rooftop and you'll get one of the most unforgettable city views in Europe. Then there's Leonardo da Vinci's The Last Supper, hidden inside a quiet convent wall, and the glamorous Galleria Vittorio Emanuele II, where luxury brands and elegant cafes create one of the world's oldest shopping malls. Milan moves faster than most Italian cities. It's stylish, energetic, and effortlessly cool. Number 6, Cinque Terre. Cinque Terre is a collection of 5 colorful seaside villages built into steep cliffs along the Italian Riviera, and honestly, it feels like someone designed it specifically for Instagram before Instagram even existed. The villages, Monterosso, Vernazza, Corniglia, Manarola, and Riomaggiore, are connected by hiking trails, trains, and boats, with jaw-dropping ocean views around every corner. You'll see fishing boats floating in tiny harbors, vineyards carved into the cliffs, and houses painted bright pinks, yellows, and oranges stacked above the sea. At sunset, the entire coastline glows. Cinque Terre is small, relaxed, and ridiculously photogenic. Number 7, Tuscany. Tuscany is the Italy people dream about before they ever visit Italy. Rolling green hills, endless vineyards, medieval villages, winding country roads lined with cypress trees, this region feels like a living painting. Drive through towns like Siena, San Gimignano, and Montepulciano, where ancient stone streets lead to wine bars and hidden piazzas. Visit vineyards producing some of the world's most famous wines, including Chianti and Brunello di Montalcino. And then there are the sunsets. Golden light pouring across the countryside while church bells echo in the distance. Tuscany slows life down in the best possible way. This is Italy at its most peaceful and romantic. Number 8, Naples. Naples is chaotic, loud, gritty, and absolutely unforgettable. This city has more personality packed into its streets than almost anywhere in Europe. It's the birthplace of pizza, and yes, the pizza here really is different. Soft crust, fresh mozzarella, rich tomato sauce cooked in wood-fired ovens that have been running for generations. But Naples is also ancient history. Nearby sits Pompeii, the Roman city frozen in time after Mount Vesuvius erupted in 79 AD. Walking through its streets feels genuinely eerie. Naples isn't polished like Milan or Florence. It's raw, energetic, and completely authentic. Number 9, Lake Como. Lake Como is where mountains, luxury villas, and deep blue water combine into one of the most elegant destinations in Europe. Located in northern Italy near the Alps, the lake is surrounded by charming towns like Bellagio, Varenna, and Menaggio, places filled with lakeside cafes, flower-covered streets, and stunning waterfront views. Take a boat ride across the lake past grand villas and gardens, many of which have hosted celebrities, royalty, and Hollywood movies. The backdrop of snow-capped mountains makes the whole place feel unreal. Lake Como is calm, luxurious, and impossibly scenic. And last, number 10, Sicily. Sicily feels completely different from the rest of Italy, hotter, wilder, and deeply layered with history from Greek, Roman, Arab, and Norman civilizations. Explore Palermo's chaotic markets and stunning churches, visit ancient Greek temples in Agrigento, and hike Mount Etna, one of the most active volcanoes on Earth. The beaches here are stunning, the seafood is incredible, and the island moves to its own rhythm entirely. Sicily has an intensity and soul that sticks with you long after you leave. Sicily isn't just an island. It's an experience. Italy isn't just a country, it's ancient ruins echoing with history, cliffside villages glowing above the Mediterranean, cities filled with art that changed the world. Thumbs up if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more travel guides.